Ultra-processed foods, the high in fats, starches, sugars, and additives, now make up 73% of the U.S. food supply.
Ultra-processed foods provide American families on a budget with convenient, affordable groceries.
I actually use my entire paycheck on groceries.
But some have been linked to growing rates of disease.
I was unhealthy, I was overweight, I was actually pre-diabetic. It was a wake-up call.
As food technology develops at lightning speed, Americans have to make choices that may risk their health.
How is it that some chemicals that are in our foods have long been banned elsewhere?
America's a country that likes individual choice.
And a growing chorus is calling for more protections for consumers.
Most of FDA enforcement happens post-market. It's kind of like a game of whack-a-mole.
We're taking on a very powerful industry, and I think we have a right to protect our children.
So this is quite overwhelming. This is the largest food and technology show in the world. It's kind of a reminder that what we consume today is just as much a product of technology as it is actual food.
The Institute of Food Technologists' first expo, which stands for Food Improved by Research, Science, and Technology, showcases scientific solutions to the world's food-related challenges, like increasing nutrition, sustainability, and affordability. Many exhibitors provide samples of their solutions, so I dug in. I tried tuna sashimi made out of plant-based ingredients.
It has the texture of like a gelatin, but it does taste like raw tuna.
Meatballs made of half meat and half structured, texturized pea protein.
2 more, please. That was really good.
By going half-half, you can work with conventional consumers who still like the meat, still like the taste, but now they have a healthier, more sustainable, more cost-effective option.
And an umami flavoring that can make something taste saltier than it is and keep you coming back for more.
Oh yeah, it's so much more bold.
And it's 40% less salt.
Wow.
Yeah, better for your waistline. And your heart.
Yes, but if I'm having 3 times more, 3 times as much of this.
Don't do that. You still have to read your serving sizes.
Right, but the thing is, it's irresistible.
It does add the irresistible factor.
Yeah. Sausage, garlic, and kind of a watery cheese. I'm full.
The ultra-processed food samples I've tried here are the product of the world's latest food processing techniques and ingredients. Dr. Kevin Hall, a senior investigator at the National Institutes of Health, told me that our food today is a technological marvel.
And it's these amazing scientists use this wonderful technology to generate the foods that we see on our shelves in the grocery stores and make really convenient products that are, you know, at least from a microbiological perspective, like pretty safe, right? Acutely, they don't cause us to get sick, and they have long shelf life and don't require a lot of equipment and skill to prepare.
A lot of what we're seeing here is about, as you say, shelf life, but a lot of it is, I mean, ultimately, you don't have a business unless people want to buy more and more of your product.
That's exactly right. So not only does it have to have those properties, they want to have repeat customers, right? Your product has to be tasty and delicious and convenient. Many of these folks are also trying to design new technologies to introduce things into these foods that might actually improve their health. The question is, we really need to understand what that does to our bodies over the long term and how it affects our health.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
About 65% of the food products in U.S. households purchased in 2020 were ultra-processed. Families are bombarded with advertising for these products.
There's peach, there's blueberries. We're not gonna get fruit roll-ups, okay?
And their affordability can be more appetizing for those on a budget. Yet only 1 in 3 Americans know what ultra-processed foods are. Dr. Vinjaya Surampundi, a physician and board-certified nutrition specialist, helps me understand.
Ultra-processed foods, they're a whole kind of genre of food that are higher in fat, higher in sugar, salt, some sort of food additives, colorings. They're highly palatable and easily to digest typically.
What is a minimally processed food versus an ultra-processed food? And can you lay out some examples?
Yeah, even buying pre-cut vegetables at the grocery store would be considered minimally processed. Frozen vegetables would be some degree of processing. In the next level, we can think of olive oil or avocado oil, right? We have to press it. Then you're starting to get into, say, yogurts. They're fermented. You'll get some probiotics, but it is a degree of processing. And then finally, we're getting into more ultra-processed foods. They come in a package. They're in the middle of the grocery aisle. They're shelf-stable. Those tend to be more what you think of as an ultra-processed food.
Humans have used basic processing methods like heating, curing, and fermenting for thousands of years. But many advanced techniques used today developed during the World Wars.
Feeding the troops twice a day is a challenging problem.
Shelf-stable food that could weather the elements fed soldiers on the battlefront and addressed food.